because it's all right. Look, I'm here with Hedgey, IndestructibleCat, Toblo. I asked about Kingdom Hearts again. Okay, foolishly to finish out my game of Mahjong, which, by the way, I'm at negative 10,000 points. But
yes, little known facts. Kingdom Hearts is actually an adaptation of Mahjong, so they're very connected. It's not something everyone knows, but if you're familiar with the two, you can see the connections.
all right, I'll play one more time Mahjong while we're talking about this.
Like Hedgie said, it's important to know what questions you want to ask regarding Kingdom Hearts. I say the first question would be, why is there time travel?
All right, I have a question. This is just a level. This is the level I'm at. What's a Keyblade?
A Keyblade is a lightsaber, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know how in Star Wars they treated lightsabers as if they were special.
Yeah.
But then in the prequels, everyone's got lightsabers. Who cares? Just everyone just use lightsabers. Everyone gets one.
Okay.
That's basically what Keyblades are. Everyone just gets some. There are literally parts in the series where characters are just given Keyblades. They're like, here, take one. And it's never explained where they get them from. It's just, here, have one.
It is literally played off as a joke, where like one character's like, oh yeah, I've been training to use a Keyblade, and then it just appears in his hand.
I see.
Unless you mean key as in the K-E-Y and not C-H.
Some say Kai.
Some say Kai.
Kai Blade.
Do we want to go?
Yes,
Yeah.
key, as in the Greek letter key. Which
Oh.
is also pronounced Kai.
Yes, they actually do that.
They make sure to let you know that it can also be pronounced Kai, but they never say Kai Blade. They just feel the need to confuse you further by letting you know that you could pronounce it multiple ways, and then they only use one pronunciation.
I don't know if I feel better or worse that I know that now.
Also, Keyblade.
Okay,
also known as Kai Blade.
This also isn't getting into the fact that the mobile game was called Kingdom Hearts Key, which later got an update with Unchained Key, but then the second season changed the name. It kept the initials, so it's still Kingdom Hearts U.
Hold on! Wait! I think I went out with a full straight!
Woo!
Did we go with a, wait, okay, hold on. I think that's a full straight. Full straight! Go out with full straight! Yes! Then that's a Dora! Only one? No Mongon? Fuck. Alright, but that's a completion point. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Wow, I didn't know Mahjong.
No,
was
of course not.
hectic.
What you need to know is that after the update, Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key was changed to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. So the X literally changed pronunciations between updates.
Wait, what?
It's the same game. It's the same game, but the update changed the name, and the name still has the letter X, but the X is pronounced differently. Because it used to be pronounced key, but now it's pronounced cross.
I've never seen a mobile game like actively change its name.
In addition to this, in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out, they made a big update, which they called the X-Trace update, because they needed to throw in Spanish pronunciations just to confuse even further. But also, it's pronounced X-Trace, so now it's also pronounced X in Union Cross, which used to have it pronounced key, but it's all the same letter.
This is all true?
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
I am a
Union
Kingdom Hearts
Cross.
fan, and this is all true. I
Union
can't
Cross
confirm.
also had a collection of cutscenes added into Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue called Kingdom Hearts Kai back cover or key. Something.
It
key.
wasn't really it was an original short film, basically.
Yeah,
Just
basically.
in
Yeah.
the same universe.
Wait, what was the short film? The
Kingdom Hearts Key back cover, which is basically a short film that it takes place during the events of Kingdom Hearts Key, which is the mobile game. But it's now called Union Cross.
How is this possible?
Because
Well,
Nomura
you
is a
see-
madman.
Well, you see, all of this is possible because long ago there was the original Bakugan, and the Bakugan split up into multiple pieces of light and darkness. And I don't know anything about Bakugan. That's just the funniest name I could think of.
It's pretty good.
Make something up.
No, absolutely.
But anyway, the
great.
point is, none of this makes sense.
Mm.
And it's not supposed to make sense, because as far as Nomura is concerned, what matters is the emotion.
Yeah.
The emotion of the characters is what matters. So
For
you're
better or for-
continuously told what those characters' emotions are, and then the plot that leads to those emotions is just kind of a means to an end.
Yeah, at the end of it all, Kingdom Hearts is still for little children, so it's surprisingly straightforward in that.
For better or for worse, that's how Nomura writes. Like,
I see.
he writes the actual continuity second, emotion first.
Mm.
The emotions are important because even though you don't know why it's happening, as long as you understand the emotion of when Riku gains replica Riku's heart versus dark replica Riku who is disguised as dark Riku, then you really connect to the character.
Wait, what?
What?
What? Wait, Dark Riku?
There was at least 3 different Rikus running around by the time of Kingdom Hearts 3.
What is?
No, 5.
Who is Riku?
Although,
5?
okay, Sora's best friend is named Riku.
Oh.
In the first game, Riku gets possessed and becomes Dark Riku, but then he becomes good again. But then later on, time travel gets involved, so they bring back the evil Riku from the past, and he fights.
Shut up.
And that's versus the present Riku. But it turns out he wasn't the evil Riku. He was actually Dark Replica Riku in disguise. They put back the Replica Riku from the past. And for some reason, he pretended to be the dark regular Riku from the past. But then the actual replica Riku is inside Riku's heart because they met in the realm of darkness.
I feel like I followed that for like, I can't even say 10 seconds, but like,
Wow, that long?
Nah, I feel like I'm exaggerating. Like there's time dilation involved.
Keep
The
in
time
mind,
dilation doesn't come in until later.
This is what happens when 8 games in, Nomura decides to add time travel into the mix.
So is that like why Donald dies but is just back, or Goofy, excuse me, Goofy dies but is back just in like a couple scenes later with no explanation?
No, that's
Goofy
just-
just gets better.
No,
Goofy
Goofy
No,
is
gets
hollow.
that's just them trying to
Donald
do a Disney
is brought
joke.
back in time travel, though.
Goofy is undead.
I see. Okay, so I guess like the Disney stuff that we see and know about is not like canon. I don't know if I'm using that word correctly in this case.
It's weird and inconsistent. Sometimes the canon of the movies is identical. Other times they change it slightly to be more RPG-esque. It
So-
varies from game to game. So canonically, Mickey Mouse is from the Steamboat Willie world. That's where he was born. But at some point, Mickey Mouse became a Keyblade wielder and traveled across multiple worlds
Okay, I'm sorry.
and trained under the master Yen Sid, who's from the Fantasia world.
Come on, wait. Right, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. First, I should point out Yen Sid is an actual Disney character. He's the wizard from Fantasia.
He's also
Yeah,
Disney backwards.
So
his name is just-
Mickey went from Steamboat Willie World to Fantasia World to train, and then he went on a big quest to become a Keyblade master, various worlds. And at some point, he ended up in the Three Musketeers world. I don't know if you remember this, but probably the most obscure IP they used in Kingdom Hearts is that at some point in the 90s, they made a direct-to-video Three Musketeers movie starring Mickey Mouse, Donald, and Goofy.
It wasn't
I've
even
seen-
that
90s,
movie
it was
is
like
canon.
It was like early 2000s.
Somewhere around that
I
time.
have this movie.
I saw it
That movie's
recently.
canon. That movie is canon in Kingdom Hearts, but it's a separate world. So Mickey went from Steamboat Willie World, where he was born, and eventually ended up in the Three Musketeers world. That's where he met Minnie. Minnie is canonically from a different world than Mickey in the Kingdom Hearts lore, and then she came back to Steamboat Willie World with him, where they built a castle, I guess, and became king and queen.
Okay, I knew he was a king, right? Wow.
And then eventually Minnie banishes Pete to the realm of darkness because he cheated at the ice cream contest.
God, I forgot about that Yeah, like there's a current plot element around the game that Peach is trying to like cause chaos at this like festival.
Worth noting, Pete. Worth noting.
I think we lost him.
Man, we didn't even get
I'm
to the
so
fact-
sorry. The fucking ice cream contest got. I'm sorry. Anyway, yes.
I can't believe we didn't even get to the fact that Pete wears an outfit that has a zipper on his crotch.
So
Yeah. Well, no, I should mention Pete didn't win the contest. She just banished him because he didn't appreciate the people in the competition who were supporting him.
I see.
And you know, he really I just banished you to the realm of nothingness. He got banished into space, and then he ran into Maleficent,
he got locked in space.
and that's why. And that's why.
Got,
You know, they're just
literally-
working.
Wow.
Also, speaking of Maleficent, her minions in Kingdom Hearts 2 included Yuna, Riku, and Pain from the Final Fantasy X universe, and it's extremely unclear where they came from, because in the Kingdom Hearts universe, they're little tiny fairies. And if you recall, fairies were kind of a thing in Sleeping Beauty. So I am of the opinion that in the Kingdom Hearts canon, Yuna, Riku, and Pain are from the Sleeping Beauty world. They are native to that world. That's where they were born. They were fairies who were born alongside the Sleeping Beauty fairies. That's canon as far as I know.
Can I just revisit something quickly, because I have to understand this for my own edification now.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Pete was in an ice cream contest. Ice cream eating contest.
Not eating.
They basically did various.
Call in. Okay.
They basically went to various mini games within their world.
Okay.
It's a festival.
It's a festival, and the winner gets ice cream.
Oh, okay.
More specifically, they get an ice cream themed after them.
Okay. Okay. So, Pete didn't appreciate the people cheering for him.
Yeah, he was too rude.
More specifically, this takes place over the course of the entire game.
He's basically just a jerk. So I'll just kick him out.
Yeah, they basically stick him in space jail for just being a rabble.
Not even space jail. There is no jail in space. They just put him in space.
So the whole competition that people would take part in involved around getting votes from people.
So,
but he didn't get voted on. So of course Pete jumps on stage and starts making a ruckus.
But then Minnie banishes him to space?
Yes.
He was being that much of a pain in everyone's side.
Worth noting that in when they were in Three Musketeers world, he tried to kill her. He just straight up tried to kill her. I don't know if you remember that movie. That was part of the plot.
Oh no, I do.
She was okay with that.
Okay.
But the ice cream festival, that's going too far. Also worth noting, they never explain why Pete is in Three Musketeers world, because he's also from Steamboat Willie world. I guess Pete also gained space travel at some point.
God damn. I want to play Kingdom Hearts. I don't want to play Kingdom Hearts, actually. But,
Kingdom Hearts is really fun.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Kingdom Hearts
I should point out,
is very fun.
If you have played Kingdom Hearts, you have not played enough of it until you feel a great sense of shame, and refuse to subject other people to it.
I played 2 I played 2 recently and 100%ed it.
Wow. All right.
How much shame do you feel though?
All right.
I had to beat the secret boss with an exploit, so moderate.
Moderate.
I would
Could be
still
more
say,
shame.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is very
All right. Wait. So all right. So Hedgie, am I correct in saying I think your like maybe prize for the most ridiculous thing in Kingdom Hearts is Minnie banishing Pete to space for cheating at the ice cream contest, or is
That's up there.
No, there's
all right? Let's do a round table.
I think the 4 Riku fight is my winner for most ridiculous thing.
Okay. When you're fighting 4 Rikus at once.
No, because
Oh.
it's Sora teams up with Riku, and Riku has replica Riku's heart with him inside of him, but they're fighting Dark Replica Riku. But Dark Replica Riku is disguised as Dark Riku.
Wow, that's trippy. All right, Kat, what about you? What is your vote for the craziest thing in Kingdom Hearts, or the wackiest, or whatever?
Maybe it's the guy who tried to download the moon, but realized he couldn't fit the moon into his device, and it blew up.
God, yeah,
That's a thing? What do you
Oh, yeah.
mean?
yeah.
You
So
try-
Kingdom Hearts is a moon, and of course you try to download the moon,
Uh-huh.
but obviously you can't fit the moon into your hard drive. Well, you should out of luck, so you're dead. It
Don't
just
worry
blew
though,
up.
there's multiple Kingdom Heartses. They constantly talk about it as if there's just one, but there's actually multiple.
But it's a moon. It's that heart-shaped moon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in a sense.
It is multiple heart-shaped moons. But
Okay.
they always treat it like it's the same thing, but they will always have little like files within the game that you can read explaining that no, that was a different Kingdom Hearts. That's why the rules are different between games. We just didn't mention it before now.
Will the real Kingdom Hearts please stand up?
All right, Tobo, what's your vote then for the most ridiculous thing?
Kingdom Hearts 3. Donald just absolutely destroying one of the final bosses with Flare.
With
Not
Flare?
even Flare! Zeta Flare!
Oh,
AKA
yeah.
the most powerful Flare imaginable!
Wow.
More than any other Flare that has been shown in any other Final Fantasy game.
Wow.
Worth noting is that they undo that with time travel, but then the second time around, they stop the bad guys, but then just more Heartless show up. And it's like, oh. And then Yen Sid shows up and beats all the Heartless, and it's like, why didn't you show up in the first timeline, Yen Sid? I guess he just didn't care enough for Donald.
Is Yen Sid good? Because I thought, I guess that sorcerer is not bad from
Yeah.
Fantasia,
He's
right?
not bad.
I
He's
think
just a
Yen
wise
Sid-
old man.
Yen Sid is
not bad,
considered
he's
like
just
the
stone.
ultimate good of Kingdom Hearts, I would say, because he's Disney.
He's the
backwards.
wait, I'm sorry. You said he's the ultimate good of Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, he's like the character that's. I feel like it is.
He's Yoda, basically, but instead he's just a big, tall wizard. He spends pretty much the entire series just sitting in his chair, explaining things.
Wow. Okay. Wait, 4, 6, 7. I guess I'll get rid of 4. God, I don't even know where to go from here. I'm trying to think. I put away I'm so blown away by Kingdom Hearts. I put down 4 instead of 3 like I intended, but I wouldn't have won anyway.
I will very much recommend focusing on Mahjong over Kingdom Hearts. So if at any point...
Let's... Okay, I think for my money... I mean, the greatest thing I've heard tonight had to be Minnie banishing Pete for the ice cream contest, probably because I was so unaware. But downloading the moon, that's great. How did... You know, I have to, appreciate it in a way, right? Because it's not a thing you'd come up with. Or I wouldn't, Not even shade or anything. I don't think
They point...
Go ahead.
They point out in stories that it's the most unorthodox idea anyone has, and then even when it's exploring, okay, yeah, this was a terrible idea, but even as it's
In fairness, he didn't want the bad guy to have it, so just download it into his space gun. Problem solved. But then the space gun exploded, and instead of killing him, it sent him to the realm of darkness for some reason. Characters aren't allowed to die in this series, by the way. There's no death. So anytime we mention someone dying, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
don't think about it. There was
It's not a spoiler.
There was a
It
95%
doesn't mean
chance that
anything.
they'll return.
Wow. Kingdom Hearts is so fucking crazy. I don't even care that I got pwned. That's... Wow. Alright, well, alright. How many Kingdom Hearts games are there? They're games, right? Now they're still just games.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
just
yeah.
make-
There are I'd say there are 9, but it's questionable because one of them is like a short tech demo game that's not a complete one.
They essentially ground zeroed it. It's basically like the
Yes.
beginning bit of 3, but
Yes.
just chopped off into its own game.
They use
Yeah,
the
pretty
Kingdom
much.
Hearts 3 engine to make a quote-unquote story, but nothing actually happens in it. You're just running around the Kingdom Hearts engine fighting enemies. And it's like 10 hours long, so I guess technically it is a game. But
that's
There's
fair.
also plot relevant
significant.
stuff in
No, there isn't. Don't lie. Don't lie to him.
It,
So technically, it is a game, but it's significantly less of a game than the other like 50-hour RPG. Which, worth noting, as crazy as Kingdom Hearts is, I think the Kingdom Hearts collection is probably the greatest value any video game has ever had. Because
Oh, no, it isn't.
you can buy like 8 different like 50-hour RPGs for like $30. Like,
Yeah.
as far as content for dollar is concerned, that's probably the best thing.
As much as I want to pay like what $120 for a bunch of games, it was a large number. I don't feel like it's worth it.
I wasted over half of last year playing through all of them.
You'll have to play
In
through
prepara-
stuff like
In
Recoded.
preparation. I actually played those on DS like years ago. And if memory comes to mind, I think I 100%ed Recoded as well.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm like really.
I have
stunned.
regret.
People are calling you out, saying that wasn't there a Kingdom Hearts journey on your stretch goals at one point?
I didn't think so, but I could make one. Yeah, I could do that. I
That
don't
sounds
care.
familiar. That sounds familiar. I'm not recommending you make one
kinda
if
want
it's no
to
longer
add
on
that-
there.
I'll-
But if it was,
I kind of want to add the caveat of you have to 100% it.
no.
Why?
Yes.
What's wrong with 100%ing it?
You have to fight like 3 bullshit bosses.
Yeah.
Super boss.
No, you can't do that because you're forgetting that includes games like Chain of Memories, where you have to grind for like 50 hours to get every type of card and max out for all the platinums.
Okay, fine. Just fight the super bosses of each game then.
That's fine, but that's not 100%. You need to be careful.
I mean, look where we are. To be fair, but
That
I
is
did a-
true. You could do.
You could.
At some point, we can get a Chain of Memories call-in stream where you get a bunch of people talking about Mahjong to you
Right.
while you grind for Kingdom Hearts cards.
yeah, I could do
Is that what you said? Is that what you set this up for?
Yes, exactly. So that way I can learn about Mahjong in a very roundabout way. All right, I think what do you call it? I'm so annoyed. I just need one darn thing, which I totally blank on. I need Richie Potts and yeah, Richie Potts would win it for me now. Then I would just like have that and be done. Because I just need that, and that'll give me a Mongon to begin with. So I just need basically one more win that goes really well. That's all I need. And we're on South 4. This is the final one, maybe.
Don't worry, Slow Beef. May your heart be your guiding key.
Now, is that key like the X, or is that key like...
That's a good question. No, key as in the word key.
That was not
I
a good
love that
question.
phrase because at some point, suspiciously after Disney bought Star Wars, they started using that phrase in the Kingdom Hearts games, and I feel it's because they wanted to have a May the Force be with you equivalent.
Oh my God, what if... Wow, I know like people have said it before, and I'm certainly not the first, but like it does just hit me now, really, or I've thought about before, but it never really hit me the gravity now until this call that Marvel, Star Wars, that's now all in technically the Kingdom Hearts, like it's in that reachable distance.
Yes, all of it is possible.
Don't worry.
I cannot
people
wait
haven't-
for the next. I cannot wait for the next game where you get the optional boss fight against Lisa Simpson, because they also are in 20th Century Fox.
That's true, actually, yeah.
You took that in a whole other direction than I thought you were.
They got Richie Potts. Oh, that wouldn't have gotten me, Mongon.
I still want there to somehow bring in the
All right.
Drakengard people.
Here's what I think we should do. I'm gonna cycle. We're gonna stop with Mahjong and do something else. So this is not just a, wow, 25 minutes of Mahjong. So it's not just a total Mahjong stream. Okay. So I'm gonna cycle some folks out. So if you have anything you'd
let's
like
have something else in the background while we discuss Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, exactly. But does anybody have anything they want to plug? No? Okay. Well, then forget it. Take easy.
You have compiled a group of people with no lives, so congratulations.
You're welcome.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, then. Boom.
Yes.
Boom. Of course, stay in if you want to have more. Let's talk to who's this person? Let's talk to. All right, let's get Patty in here. Excuse me. Move to on air, and let's go with this person too. Move to on air. Patty and Redoni. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Slow Beef?
It's okay. I learned a lot about Kingdom Hearts, I think.
I just got here, so I learned like one thing about Mahjong. It's great.
Nice. What do you call it? So listen, I need to do a lot of things completion wise, you know. But let's do a sub story. What do you say? We don't have to talk about. Now let me ask you: have you played Kiwami before?
I just got back to playing as Kiryu after playing as Majima. Yeah.
That's in Zero.
Oh wait, no, that's in Zero. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I've been playing Zero. I haven't played Kiwami at all.
Well, what do you call it? You almost played Zero?
No, I only played it.
I gotcha.
Have not played Kiwami.
I can see that a lot of things don't change, so Kiryu is just as stylish as he was in Zero.
Yep. He has all his things unlocked because now canonically he's learned them in the 80s. 80s, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the match woman, right? She was selling matches to help her family out. But
I wonder where I've heard this story before.
I need to watch her matches. Okay. What are some flowers? Oh. What's wrong?
I need to go water some flowers. Let me put them out in the rain.
Yeah.
Should I sell the matches for her, keep watch it, or buy some to light a cigarette?
Well, this all depends on whether or not we're playing as Kiryu.
I'm playing as Kiryu.
Well, you know what I mean.
I think he would sell matches for her.
He would sell them, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
He's a good boy.
He is a very good boy. The only thing is, I mean, I hopefully. He's so stiff.
He does have.
Buy my matches. We need to buy better animations.
Oh, it's a
Not
burnout.
natural born salesman.
Hold on, I'm gonna I'll bring Hedgie back in too. But what do you call it? I'm sorry. Anyway, we were selling matches now.
Yes, wise choice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you put in these matches? I've never had. Oh, so he thinks they're drugs apparently, which. Oh boy.
A little presumptuous.
I wonder if this happens to Moema. I think her name is. How much? 100 yen. Well, he's gonna get really mad when he tries to smoke his matches. I'm rolling straight to my crib. Oh, this is 2005, right? So he would be saying these things. Okay.
This is the year of baggy hoodies and
The
baggy
good news is he won't be disappointed because you can always use matches. So even if it's not what he wanted, he still paid good money for some quality matches.
Yeah.
It's fair. And we got some onpon. Oh, a bean paste pun.
Yes, anime has taught me that onpon feel just like human breasts.
Wait, what?
What?
True story.
That's what they're designed for.
Wait, who told you that?
Anime.
Anime. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for pronouncing that.
Well, we need to be accurate. We need to be as accurate as possible. We're playing Yakuza.
Just
Yakuza.
generic anime.
Right.
Yakuza.
That can't be the end of that sub story. I didn't even. Well, I guess it is. Oh, listen, Majima wants to talk to us. Well, we got a call that he's going crazy, apparently, at the end of this street. So I say
Now he's going crazy,
apparently.
as opposed to any other time in the game.
Well, I want to see Majima going crazy. That sounds like quite the sight.
Yeah, if this is his normal, then him going crazy.
Uh-oh, he looks ill. Oh. Oh no.
Oh
Majima.
god, he's a zombie! Oh wait, did I
He is.
call?
Yeah, Majima of the end. Zombie Majima.
Ah. Finding a way to reuse other content.
What the fuck?
Wasn't this the whole thing of a different Yakuza game? Like a spin-off?
Yes.
Oh. Sir?
What was it? Yeah, Yakuza Dead Souls was the name.
It all comes together.
Where the Majima family is
It's more
infected?
powerful than ever.
What the? Oh no. Poor Majima.
Guess we gotta pull the trigger, Piglet.
He was actually Zombie Majima though.
I like how Kiryu is just like, oh, snap out of it. You can get over zombification.
We're gonna beat up a
Shake it
zombie?
Yeah. That's how it works in Kamurocho.
That should have done it. So, wow, he's actually pretty tough as a zombie, I gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, I mean, as we all know, zombies give you special martial arts skills. You know,
And it also makes
it's a hidden
your
style.
Yeah, and it also makes your forearms like made of steel, so that when you block, you're just completely negating all damage.
Uh-oh.
See, he was bit by Bruce Lee.
Oh wow.
That's weird. What is this? Oh. Zombies? Okay. What the fuck? Just
You should
kick
be
that.
able
Don't worry.
Eric Westbrook, I like the way you think. We should have been able to use a Phoenix down on him. He would have gone down in one shot.
Oh dear. I don't... I'm wondering... Go ahead, sorry.
Run to the pharmacy, Kiryu. Just throw Stamina Royale out, and everything will be fine.
I'm wondering, like, how they're gonna write themselves out of this pickle. I feel like they've painted themselves into a corner by introducing the undead into Yakuza Kiwami. That said, I'm getting
Well,
experience points.
It's rather odd, but I mean, how can we argue? I mean, they are canon. They are officially zombies. That is exactly how it will always be. There's Kiwami 2 just has a line where Majima's like, "Hey, Kiryu-chan, thank you for unzombifying me that one time."
Right.
Then he'll look at the camera and hold
like-
a copy of Dead Soul.
I feel like we're gonna run into the last alleyway, and there's gonna be a camera set, and it's gonna be like, surprise!
So,
You're on candid camera.
I was thinking it would be Majima just fucking with them, you know? Because that seems like the path of least resistance. The Occam's razor of this situation. But now there's multiple... I guess Majima could have paid them or told them to do that or threatened them or made them think it was
Look,
cool.
You may not have known this, but Majima was once a manager at a movie studio. He knows people, you know, he's got a very long history. He did stuff other than what we saw in Zero. He has a life outside of you know?
I don't know if I believe that, but yeah, okay. I guess for the purposes of video games.
He started life as like an extra in like a zombie film.
Jeez. He's very hard, I will say. Like, I mean, I've fought Majima quite a few times.
Also, yeah, Ava still points out, he is a clan lieutenant. So he does have people who have to do what he says.
That's true, actually. Yeah, you're right. He has, like, super armor, though, as Zombie Majima. Which, like, I guess or maybe not canonically, but, like, I guess makes sense on some level, is what I'm trying to say. But... Jeez. Yeah. Oh, wait. There it is. Here we go. There's that Kiwami move. Sorry, go ahead, yes?
You know what this is? This is zombie movie actor, actress, film director, movie role Hollywood. From the Kickstarter, remember? This is what it's...
Oh! Come on, Zombie Majima. All right, while I'm punching out zombie Majima. Oh wait, hold on. I think we got rid of zombie Majima here, or not? I think. All right, I think we got rid of zombie Majima here. There we are.
Quite a sturdy one.
Holy shit! I have 31 experience points. This is going great. I should probably heal up though. All right. Does anybody have anything they want to plug while they're here? While I'm fighting zombies? Failing that, we can always talk about Kingdom Hearts again, but...
Oh yeah, of course. It's always more.
Of course. Sorry, I was just really stunned by some of the things I heard tonight.
Oh no, this is, I mean, everything on this stream really has been stunning, including these zombies.
I like to think Mahjong was the highlight, but then the zombies really kind of brought everything home. There we go.
I don't know. I mean, that run, you know the one.
I do. I certainly do. Fucking and that denying me Mangon. Damn it. I can't believe I learned fucking Mahjong for video games. Anyway, there we go.
I mean, how else are you gonna learn it? Are you gonna just hang out at various senior centers, or?
I didn't even. Yeah, I know. I wasn't. I'll tell you. How many? I don't understand this subquest. I want to know how they're going to explain all this away outside of... Oh, there's zombie Majima.
The further along this goes, the more I want them to explain nothing.
Yeah. Or yeah, just like Kiryu, like, yeah, well, that was weird.
And then the next time you see Majima, he's completely okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, wait, Judgment's not out, right? Like, very soon, I think?
Not yet. I forget when the release date is.
I think it's like next week or something like that.
Shadowhawk said
It's
next
soon.
week.
Shadowhawk said what?
Yeah. Next Tuesday.
Next week.
Wow.
Next Tuesday.
I could heal up at some point.
So you have 1 week to platinum this and Kiwami 2.
And I read about 3, 4, and 5. 5 apparently has like some insane, like there's like platinum guides I'll read, and like that one has I think 120 hours or so. Like it's 5. It seems pretty long. Yeah, I don't know how or why yet, but then I'm like, do I really want to be the guy who 100%s all the Yakuza games? I mean, not that there's only one person who does that, but I also feel like, yeah, maybe I kind of do, but you know, shoot 'em ups and minigame lists.
Well, it's not just one person; it's a whole family of people that run the Yakuza 100%, you know, clan.
Right. Yes. Yeah. The fraternal bonds of Yakuza completionists.
Right.
Unfortunately, this is wow. This is. Whew, they really want you to fucking beat the shit out of zombie Majima a lot, huh? They're not letting me off the hook on this one. All right, let's.
Well, yeah, they have to make use of their assets. They want you to remember this model exists.
I made one texture of zombie Majima, and we're using.
So it was really called like Yakuza Dead Souls was the name of the zombie version of this?
Yeah, it was apparently some kind of like zombie game with like shooter elements. Like Kiryu had like a sniper rifle that he just lugged around.
I know nothing about that game other than it exists for some reason.
See, now I'm curious. Go look up gameplay.
Was there ever a translation of it? Like, was it localized at all?
I don't remember if that one was localized or not.
Sorry, I have some.
Yeah, it came out here apparently.
Yeah.
Shortly after 4. All right then.
What's the one that didn't come out here? The one where they're in like old-timey Japan?
That one, I mean, it had a long Japanese name, so I don't remember what it was called.
Ishin Kenzan, and then the PSP ones. Dead Souls is the reason Yakuza 5 was download only. I guess it didn't do well. That is the upshot of that. Oh, here's the phone call that's going to explain this, right? You took down all the zombies. And then, see Nishida? Well, about that. Yeah, here we go.
Now that you have defeated the Heartless versions of Majima, now you need to kill their nobody, fully restore them.
I really like Kiryu, like, actually honestly believed that Majima and a bunch of other people were zombies. I'm alive and well.
He's doing the hustle too.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Shame it wasn't Thriller.
There's a shit ton of extras and makeup artists. Oh my god.
Yeah, see?
I really love Majima. Alright, the Flash Majima. Oh my god. Alright. This is just beautiful. Yeah. That... I can't believe he went this far just to stage a fight with me.
At this
Alright.
point, you should just stop being surprised at these sort of things. But
Yeah.
And
He
Majima
has
goes
too-
back
he
to
has
his
too
lair
much
and
faith.
choose another
Right,
genre
yeah.
of film to parody.
he has too much faith in Majima, and Majima just keeps taking advantage of that. But Kiryu does not want to lose that faith.
Who would? I mean, that's, you know...
Yeah.
Who
I'm
doesn't
voting
want
for
to not believe in Majima?
Kiryu has the innocence of a child, you know?
Mm.
Just wants to believe.
Change your battle style. Sure, I'll do it just because I need to. There we are. We're getting there. All right. Next up, let's drink.
Oh boy.
Yes, but what are we gonna do in the game?
Wait. I hear an insect lady card.
I mean, I
Yeah.
have some sake
boy.
upstairs.
Yay. And we get to intervene in some bullying. So this was a great little side trip to what I thought was an empty lot, actually. But people told me they built Millennium Tower where the empty lot is. So that can't be right. God, there's so
Empty
much,
lot was not empty for long.
there's so much canon to learn.
So much Yakuza lore.
I just meant in general, right? Because like Kingdom Hearts, I haven't even really started the journey. And then
Oh, of course.
yeah, and then there's the like story of Staminin and a gold bracelet. Oh, and then I heard Kiryu-chan. So I know he's around. I know he's around here somewhere.
Just wait until Mickey starts tying it into Yakuza. How would that work? How would we incorporate Yakuza into
That was pretty
Surely
wonderful.
that
Slugger Majima is actually pretty tricky, but sorry.
it was unfortunate that all of the best Majima moments were kind of spoiled in the trailer, which I saw before this game came out.
I knew he came out of the sewer at some point, but I still liked seeing it just now. Like when they went to the manhole cover, I'm like, I know what's coming, and I'm glad for it.
That's the best
You're
thing.
so
When
glad
you
for
know
it,
that
yes.
it does happen, you just don't know when. And so when it does happen, it's a nice little surprise, you know?
And then
Yeah.
eventually you want it to happen faster because you need to grind for more points to upgrade Dragon Style.
Yeah.
He's
Or
back.
just because you want to see him again. And I mean,
True.
that's also
Can't
a
blame-
valid
can't
reason
blame
as
you
any.
for that.
He is actually pretty hard on rank C now. There we go. I say that, but now I'm like just beating him mercilessly.
He's
Or
hard,
not.
so let me show you how good I am at this.
Actually, he seems to be. Whoops. There we are. He gained health back, but hopefully it's still a net loss. It is. Yeah, I really don't like that mechanic. That Kiwami mechanic, as it were. You know.
It means extreme slow beat. You need to fight extremely.
It's true though. There we go.
I don't know, everything that I'm seeing on screen is pretty extreme.
I feel like it is. Oh shit. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Alright, drink this, get your mode back, then there we go. And this won't hurt him as much, but at least get him down to half, and then... I like how I feel like... It's like I've made no story progress as of yet, right? But we fought
How far
Majima.
in the story are you actually? Because every time I catch one of these streams, you're not doing anything. I'm just imagining Haruka has just been in the bar for like a week now,
I think she has
just
been.
wondering what's even going on.
Your check is like hundreds of dollars. We need you to leave, ma'am.
I'll be
So-
honest, I thought Majima was the story, and the other stuff was the side quests.
That could be
Yeah,
really-
of course.
Well, really, regardless of the main story, Kiryu has a story to tell after everything that's happened today. I mean,
fair.
he's gonna have one. He's gonna have one heck of an epic tale to tell his kids.
Look, when Kiryu spends 2 days straight doing nothing but Mahjong, he's having the time of his life.
Very true.
Who are we to judge him?
So, in the story, the Florist of Sai, he's got like some family issues that I think I have to deal with. I have to help him with. I think it's like some kind of Romeo and Juliet thing where somebody in his family is dating somebody else, and I have to go to the batting cages resolving that, which I think we're gonna do right after this. But I am just going to very quickly, without even looking, buy some things. So I have everything from the 10-point tier. And now I have to get 50 points for the next thing. So, but we're also gonna finally sort of kind of make some progress now when I go in
So-
here. Mhm.
I'm guessing the EXP system
Yes,
of
doing
upgrading
baseball
skills
will
is the
finally
old way of doing it, and Zero introduced the whole money-based system.
Well, this game. Oh, I don't know actually. I don't know how the original Kiwami, Yakuza 1 worked, but I'm assuming that, yeah.
Yeah. So Zero is kind of the odd man out in terms of that.
Yeah, because in Yakuza, the original, you just had the one style, so you just had the
Right.
one type of experience.
Ah. I understand now. Or a little bit better.
All right, let's. What do you say we advance the story finally?
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Yes, I agree. We should go to the
All
baseball
right.
let's go.
batting cages.
Oh, god damn it, Majima.
Not yet, Kiryu-chan.
Majima.
He's jealous of the new baby. You know,
I know. He's, you know,
it's understandable that it happens.
He just got back from the batting cages.
Oh, that's fair, yeah, actually. Oh shit, we're tombstoning Majima. That was. I'm very happy that happened, honestly.
Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Wow, he hits hard. He's. This is a tough guy now.
He's Majima.
He is.
He also has a metal bat.
I would have been perfectly happy with less Majima if it just meant more scripted sequence rather than random encounters all like these.
Yeah, I kind of hear you. Like this, like doing this like twice in a row, especially because it really is like the same fight. You know, is like kind of is a little much. I could have gone for like. I guess I'm an adult enough now to realize like when a break from Majima would have been good for me. You know, like possibly when I was like a kid or something, it would have been like. Oops.
Yes, this is one of the many things Majima has in common with candy. At some point, you're just a certain age where you know when to stop having candy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Where
Right.
it's like, okay, you know,
When you're a kid, it's like, oh boy, I'd love to eat 2 tubs of ice cream. But as an adult, you start getting through like even a quarter of one, and you're just like, okay, that's enough.
As an adult, you know I don't want that much ice cream unless it is dressed up as a hostess.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want diabetes, so.
Well,
Yes, that is another trait Majima has in common with candy.
damn it. You're almost done, Majima. There we go. Look at that. 80 fucking wow. That's so much. That's experience up the wazoo. Yes.
Oh boy.
Oops. Sure. All right. Thanks, Majima. I can't avoid fighting. Yeah, got it. I had to buy more. I had to buy more like stuff now because Majima is so prevalent. I have to upgrade my body to what am I buying here? Excuse me.
I'm gonna go to the pharmacy, and he's gonna be behind the counter.
Wow, your health recovers when you drink alcohol.
Ooh.
Maybe. Or I can start my spear grid here. Boost my maximum health immensely. I think I will do that.
That does sound like a good booth.
All right. Now, what are the odds of us advancing the story? We
I don't know.
We just gotta
guess
make
We'll
it.
find out.
All right. No, I'm making that my mission after this. After I beat up these punks for the beat up 200 guys rush achievement. You know, because that's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
Then it turns out beating these punks triggers another Majima quest.
You know, here's what it is. Okay, Kiryu got out of jail. He wants to experience the world. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
He's learned to stop and smell the roses. Why not? You know. And
That is something he would.
yeah.
Honestly, I think this is his midlife crisis. He's trying to relive his 18-year-old life of Yakuza 0.
Fair. A fair point. All right, we are getting to the batting cages. We got into another fight though, but we'll get there. Okay, these are street gangsters. Not a problem. I'm wondering like what even could be happening in this story because like I didn't expect the Florist of Sai to be a character. I mean, granted, I'd never heard of him, so I don't know why I would, you know, not have expected that, but whatever. Second here. You know, it's interesting because I was like, I know at some point I'm gonna deal with Nishiki and find out what's been going on with him in the years. He kind of owes me a solid, that guy.
Somewhat.
A little bit, you know.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Sure to stay hydrated, chat.
Sure thing. All right, we are gonna do some goddamned progress. I swear. How far is this batting cage? I should have taken the cab. I hate when I think of taking the cab after the fact. Here we go. There's more guys, but I'm just gonna run for the batting center. I just want to keep my promise to the world. Here we go. No, we are gonna make progress. Wait, I walked by the batting center. Here, now I'm in the batting center.
Okay, you did it.
You
Congratulations.
did it.
Yeah, I'm back.
Now
Well,
you
I
can
hope
leave.
you all enjoyed this. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Yeah, these are the people that Forest of Sai was watching. Nice. Wow, he forearmed it too. I didn't even catch the bat. You're confused. I'm not a baseball.
I mean, he's done this against pipes going at motorcycle speed. What's a guy with bat gonna do?
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Takahashi is your name? I just fought a guy named Majima with a bat twice, actually.
Yeah, but this bat's special.
If only the walls were green, he might have gotten the drop on Kiryu.
Here, let's just take a big bench. There, let's just. I think that's probably some kind of fractured rib.
Talk about getting benched.
So the thing I don't like about all the completion stuff is there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of drinking, and the thing about drinking in this game is you can't do it fast, so I have to, like, you know, it's a lot of leave the bar, come back to the bar. That's my big...
just like in real life, the best way is to just constantly go to the bar. Don't binge at the bar. Just go there every night. And wallow in your own pity for a little bit.
I mean, this sounds accurate from what I know.
I'm not with the Atobi family.
違う。わけを話せ。どうなってるんだ。
追われてるんだ。俺たち。京香の親父。跡部組から。
何があった。
京香が一緒に逃げてくれって。
I say they're from rival families.
俺早くあいつのとこ行ってやらねえと。
Yeah, you should just get the hell out of here. No, don't. You don't have to do this for him, Kiryu. He tried to hit you with a bat.
劇場前広場のあんた悪いけどもう行っていいか
Look, Kiryu's side story senses are tingling.
Oh dear.
You can't blame him.
お前ら
Fair. That's fair.
高志お前チーム
I hate this guy.
Before you go, do you have a sub-story I can solve?
後で筋は通すつもりだった
This guy has too many piercings for my liking. It's very try hard.
んな根性だからよ走りで鍛えてやってんだろうが
Alright, good thing Kiryu always carries around a giant magnet with him. This will be easy.
行けよ高志今日は超
Magnet style, they call it.
By the way, Takashi, I'm gonna borrow your bat. That's okay. I take it.
すまねえおっさん今さら謝っても遅いぞ
It's actually not okay that bat was given to him by his grandma, you know, but he doesn't want to fight you again, so.
The Bee King.
Oh, Kiwami 2 has Virtual Fighter.
Oh, it has it in there? Oh, I'm gonna have to play Kiwami 2 after this shit. I feel bad for well, I don't really. I was gonna say I feel bad for whoever has to like clean up the batting center after this, but you know, I don't really care actually now that I think about it.
Well, that's its own sub-story for later.
That's fair.
Look, you have paid for like half their paycheck at this point. They owe you.
That's actually a good call. Truthfully. I love how like I don't know, like Kiryu like doesn't like can't quite like walk correctly in beast mode. It just it's like he's got like the world's biggest wedgie or something like that, and he just has to like kind of shuffle across. You're like, here, I'll.
He might have soiled himself. He's trying not to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, like there you go. Yeah, exactly.
Look, he's just sweating in places. He's not used to sweating. He got some new like satin boxers or something. It's not what he's used to.
Yeah, he's not used to like the. I was gonna say polyurethane, but I don't know if that's actually even a thing. But he's not. Yeah, exactly right. He's not used to the 21st century and its high-tech underwear. I know what I said. And there we go. Fuck you, Chiba. Oh. Oh, darn it. I couldn't beat up this old... Oh, look, now I've got a baseball.
Yeah, Kiryu just like politely put it down and then picked it up after.
Now when I see Majima again, I'll pitch it at him.
Yeah, that's the reason Majima always comes up to him in slugger style. Really, he just wants to play catch.
I like Kiryu's little like. Let's see here. All right, go to Debala.
Well, that was a lot of story that we got.
God damn it! I heard him. All right. Here's the plan. I'm going to do my thing, and if I run into you, Majima, then whatever. But
if you get hurt, it's your own fault.
Exactly.
Kiryu's just gonna swing his arms like this.
Exactly right. What's clockwise? Clockwise, boost attack damage. Counterclockwise, also boost attack damage. I don't know what to pick. I'll boost my maximum health immensely because I'm a sucker for HP. There we go. I didn't save.
So are you planning to just stick with the plot for now, or are you gonna get to a good stopping point and then go back to something else?
I don't know. I don't know. All right. So this is my
There's so much choice in these games.
Could do the story. Mahjong.
It really helps you get in Kiryu's shoes. You know how he feels when he finally returns to Kamurocho. You're like, oh, I remember this street. I remember, oh, geez, there's so much to do.
Finally, I'm back at Kamurocho. I can do more karaoke.
Oh, karaoke. Shit. All right. No, this is my plan. I was going to take the cab back to Shellac, buy more drinks, then come back to the same cab and go to Club Debola. So that way we'll advance the story in 2 directions. Well, or one direction, I guess. Forward.
And you'll make one taxi cab driver very happy.
Yeah, exactly. Because I
There you go.
gotta do more taxis anyway. You know, I have to. And I hear Majima, but I don't see him.
Isn't there an item that reduces your alcohol content?
I didn't find it. I looked in the store for that. You know.
I see.
But let's see here. Is it the one I want? Oh yeah, and there's a mini game in the parking lot, isn't there? That I forgot about. Oh man, there's like so much goddamn shit to do in this video game. All right. Okay.
This one's shorter than the others because it was originally a PS2 game. So
I know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh wait, that was Vincent. No, I did Vincent already because I already did.
don't worry, you'll figure things out.
I just keep hearing, even like when I took the cab over, I heard that Kiryu-chan thing again. You know.
Maybe Majima isn't actually there and Kiryu's just starting to hallucinate.
That's possible. All right, Shadowhog was trying to be helpful, but wasn't paying attention because the plan is we're getting drinks, okay? Because I also need to complete Vincent and dine at 100 eateries, okay? And
yes, and in the game we're also gonna have Kiryu get drinks.
Exactly right. All right, let's see here. Well, he realized. Okay. All right, and every time I order a drink in this game, which is not an experience I've had in real life, the bartender kind of gives me this detailed sort of... Fuck.
I know this is sudden.
Well, I think you've been going to the wrong bars then, Slow Beef.
I guess so. I guess I appreciate it, but I don't necessarily need a big, like, primer on what exactly I'm about to drink. Although, maybe that's what I've been doing wrong.
In the past, he played Catherine, and he's like, I want to be that guy. The guy who just gives you trivia.
Alright, this Goro Majima. Oh, Breaker. He's not too... Ooh, I'm getting hurt, though. Right,
This is not the best place to fight Breaker, though.
That's true. Yeah, exactly right. And it seems like there's just, like, not a lot you can do when he's like, I'm gonna do my, super armor charge move kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, alright, I guess I'm getting hit then. Good talk, Majima, but... I'm also not using any of my heat moves, which is fine, because there we are. I at least got to stop him from recharging again, yeah. I feel like Majima is kind of like, the Dragon Quest slime? It's like, he's like that for this game, you know what I mean? Like, he keeps showing up, and I like him when he does,
Yeah, and you just want to hug him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very cute.
Yeah.
There's a plushie of him.
I gotta say, I really like that Dragon Quest slime. That's just, that's one of those things I don't mind admitting to the world,
Well, it's like, even after all the other RPGs that have come out with slimes in it, it's still distinct from all the other slime monsters that have come out afterwards, It's like its own thing.
And, like, I get the feeling, too, like, it didn't, like, invent the slime, but it's like an iconic thing now associated with the series. Yeah, alright. Breaker Majima is not that... Yeah. Alright. One more hit, Breaker. There we are. Breaker. Majima. Whatever your name is. It's fine. Do you line that?
Goro Breaker Majima here.
Let me ask this. Does Majima actually stop fighting you at some point? I mean, or maybe it's a spoiler. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure there's at least these random encounter fights will just go on forever.
I see.
If you want.
I feel like
they need some way for you to.
I feel like they're not exactly avoidable per se, but.
If I said Majima stops fighting you when you turn the game off, it's a speedrunning tech.
Looking for the boss. We lost sight of him at Shikafuku Street. I don't know the names of the streets.
Map
people.
has it, right?
What? Map? Yeah, the map should have it. Yeah. Shikifuku Street, I think, was actually Nakamichi, Tenkaichi Alley, Nakamichi Alley, Taihei, Theater Square, Shikifuku Street. Said something by some kind of bar, which either would be Jewel, the cabaret club, which I have not been to, or yeah, I guess it would be Jewel, or what's this, Meb? I don't know. I guess it would make sense that he's by cabaret clubs. That reminds me too. I gotta go to the thing and talk to Rena or whatever her name is. Also.
Yeah,
Oh.
Kiryu's living a busy life.
Oh man. I need a Ballantine 7-year-old. The ultimate blended whiskey, aged for over 17 years, a masterpiece of rich and smooth flavor. It could very well be the crown.
Kiryu came out of jail. And it's like, oh man, I can't wait to play Kingdom Hearts 2. It just came out. I can finish the series in like a couple of days. It won't take very long. I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. That's just around the corner.
Kiryu was in jail for Kingdom Hearts 1. That's true.
I know. It was. Yeah, he has to play them both.
What a shame.
Because he didn't get to play the first one. He heard about it.
Well, what do you think he did his first night out?
I don't know what he did his first night out.
He's like, man, the other prison has a PS2, but they won't buy one for us. It's so unfair.
Alright then. Alright. We'll do it again, Majima. Jeez. Alright. Listen, we did the round table before, but, who wasn't here? Red Oni and Patty. You weren't here, so now you have to explain. What's the most ridiculous thing about Kingdom Hearts that you know of?
Oh, God. Oh Lord. You go first.
You're both terrible at this.
Jesus Christ. I don't... yeah.
Alright. What's the most surprisingly normal thing in Kingdom Hearts, then?
The most surprisingly normal thing in Kingdom Hearts. Jeez,
There is a correct answer to this. The most surprisingly normal thing in Kingdom Hearts is in the first game, where it shows Sora in his room and his mom calls him from downstairs, and that is the only instance in the entire series where they even acknowledge these characters having parents.
So I think that's the weirdest thing.
I think the most
It's
normal
weird
thing about
because of how normal it is.
The most normal thing about it is that the kids just go off and do their own thing in their own like little hideout wherever it is.
Yeah, I mean the parents must be distressed.
Oh yeah,
they
disappeared. Counseling by now. You know.
Sora's just as happy as can be. Ha ha ha! My parents are crying. He's a horrible child.
There you go. Hold on. All right. There.
Yeah, and as Origami's pointing out, there's a scene where we see Kairi and Selphie in school uniforms. It's like, they go to school? When was that a thing?
Wait,
it's very weird. So like,
the weirdest thing
from FF8.
Right. Sorry, go ahead.
Those are basically the only instances where they even pretend that these characters have normal lives outside of these adventures.
Outside of the Keyblade adventures, or whatever.
Yes, the Keyblade adventures.
My whole thing, and the weirdest thing for me, is this implication with the third game, and there's like snapshots you can take and like selfies you can take.
The third game meaning Kingdom Hearts 2, right?
Oh, sorry. The third Kingdom Hearts 3, the game.
Kingdom Hearts 3, the 8th game of the Kingdom Hearts trilogy, right?
Yes, the one that takes place. Okay. The implication is, right, that Sora's taking all these snapshots and uploading them to some sort of fictional social media. So,
In Kingdom Hearts 3, they have this fake Instagram in the loading screen.
This whole crisis with all the different worlds, they've had time to make their own like social media, while the world is like falling apart. Question mark? I don't know.
No, the best part is the hashtags that they use, because they're all terrible.
Yeah,
None of them know how to hashtag.
Oh wait, what hashtags do they use?
Okay, so there's like a scene where where they're in the Monsters Inc. world, and then Sora bumps into Vanitas, who is the dark half of Ventus, the boy whose heart is sealed inside of Sora's. You know, as you all know.
Uh-huh.
Right, of course.
Yeah. After you see that scene, one of the random little Instagram posts you can get in a loading screen is just a picture from the... This is a really weird part about those loading screens, that a lot of them are from cutscenes, where you know for a fact that character was not taking a selfie during that scene. But here's just a scene of Sora being talked to by Vanitas saying like, I can't believe Ventus is inside me. No one ever told me this. I wonder if Riku knows. Hashtag awkward time to find out.
What?
Hashtag relatable.
Oh my god.
I bet all of Goofy's posts are just hashtag gorge.
I can't remember a single one that Goofy posts, actually. I think Donald has some, but not Goofy.
Goofy isn't allowed a phone.
Goofy is the kind of guy, he doesn't make posts, he just likes his son's posts.
Yeah.
And occasionally he's like, good job,
Aw.
son.
Ooh, cool
Glad you're
striker.
doing good in college.
Golden blackjack. Wow. Sorry, I'm just opening coin lockers now. Lopsided
No,
Sora.
of course.
I think one of the comments in the Instagram Kingdom Hearts thing is like, this guy kidnapped me before, but we're friends now. Isn't everything great?
Yeah, it's when Kyrie and Axel are in the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball, basically.
It sounds like a parody. You know what I mean? Like that. Like these can't be things that actually happen in like a real video game that exists in the real.
Yeah, no,
Ever
and
since
you almost
Kingdom
expect
Hearts-
it not to be, but it happens in like the loading screens. You'll see these pictures, and it's like, I find it hard to believe, and yet it's there.
Ever since Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced, people have been really trying to comment on what they heard about Kingdom Hearts. They never understand just how deep and insane it goes.
Yeah.
And it's just very fascinating hearing these people that they're not exactly on the outside. They know what happens in Kingdom Hearts, and they presumably bought the games, but they're not fully in. They haven't engulfed themselves in the absurdity, so they're not exactly looking for the real insane parts.
Well, it's also, I guess, there's a point where it's almost like, how do you tell? Like, how far in do you have to be where you can't tell like insanity from reality anymore in a way?
Yeah.
Hold on, I screwed up. Wait, I have too many.
As I said before, the thing is, you need to you know you've gone in far enough once you've developed enough shame. Because until you have enough shame, you look at those Kingdom Hearts Instagram posts and go, "Ah, that's cute." You don't stop and think of the actual logic of Sora pulling out his phone and taking selfies and then putting them on Instagram with these awful hashtags, which, by the way, Sora didn't know how to use a phone. He had to learn from Jiminy Cricket, who apparently knows how to use a cell phone.
Yeah.
But why did Jiminy Cricket know how to use a cell phone? Why didn't
I don't
Sora?
know.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't
At the
worry
beginning
about
of the game,
Don't.
they give Sora new clothes, and then he just starts beeping, and he's like, "Oh, they gave me a phone. What is this?" And then Jiminy Cricket's like, "You got to push that, and then you got it. There you go." And then they're like they get a call from Chip and Dale, and they're like, "Jiminy, please teach Sora how to use the phone."
Knowing it. Roulette. Zero roulette tables.
Yeah,
What
Digital Basic provided an exact quote from the game called "I can't compute." I can't computer. There's a scene where a character's talking to him on the phone and is saying, "Well, I could do this, we could do that," and Sora's like, "Right, I can't computer, so do that."
Oh, Sora. Yeah, I can't. So
Yeah, the one time Sora tried to use a computer, they got zapped into Tron World, so he doesn't exactly know what he's doing.
Wow. Video games are awesome.
He grew up on a beach and then was. I mean, fair enough. Yeah. He lived on an island where they built a raft and there wasn't a lot of technology around, so it's like whatever. But...
No, but that's not where they lived. That was just a little hideout where the kids went to hang out. In Kingdom Hearts 2, we learned that there's an actual town like 5 feet away, and it's right in front of that beach where we should have been able to see it, but it just wasn't there in the first game.
Okay.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts. That's all I can really say about that. Just Kingdom Hearts. So, I don't even know what to ask at this point. Like, are the Disney villains in on it with the Heartless, or are they just kind of patsies in that game?
They were in the first game, and then the twist at the end is that there's a real villain behind everything else. And then after that, they keep bringing back Maleficent so that she can pretend she's important, but they're not. Those characters don't matter.
Got it.
Yeah, and then the really weird thing is that they had Maleficent, and they thought, you know who would go well with her? Pete.
Yeah, she's got her bumbling oaf.
Yeah, Pete is her sidekick for some reason.
Well, I mean, she had little gremlin minions in the movie, so just give her Pete. He's like a big giant gremlin, basically.
You need the comedy to offset the drama.
I thought you were gonna say tragedy.
Well, I mean,
that too.
Yeah, that too.
The real tragedy in Kingdom Hearts, when you get, serious moments, and once again, it's all about the feeling. You need to feel the emotion when you hear Data Sora say the phrase, "Mickey, it's Riku. They put bugs in them."
It's all about the heart. It's all about the heart.
All right, let's do a sub-story. We were right next to one, and then we can advance the story.
Then we can advance the sub-stories, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome.
There we go.
Then we can play slot car.
I was gonna say, yeah, when does that happen? I was gonna say...
I don't exactly know, but I think it's been available. Question mark?
Oh, anytime you start it?
Oh.
Yeah.
You passed building before. You just never went in,
I was looking
I
for
suppose.
cards. I thought I couldn't go into it. And that's why I was like, I guess I gotta wait for this to open up. But there we go. But here's the deal. Let's. You know what I've noticed is like the way the camera works in Kiwami. It's always like somebody who just like kind of spread eagles after you hit them. It's always like this really embarrassing guy who gets knocked back and he's just like and then they're like, we'll stop at his crotch. And it's like, yeah, okay, Kiwami. Like, we can vary it up a little.
Well, the cameraman doesn't want to miss any of
No.
that.
You need to get in deeper.
Okay, let's go with my first rival in Mezukang, Tomohiro-kun. Just you. Don't be rude. It's supposed to be fun. Be sure of yourself.
Yes, back to erotic rock paper scissors.
Right. Yes. Battle Bug Beauties.
Wait. What?
Oh, you know about this? Yeah. So.
Okay.
Oh boy, are you in for a treat?
Leave it to Japan to make everything cute girls.
This is, yeah. Sega really. Wait, I don't know what. I guess I just picked the thing with the highest number. Like in terms of, wait, what is this? Opponent can't use finish attacks? I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Maybe I should have looked up a guide. I'm scared. All right, this seems better, I guess. This 80.
Well, I want to know all of the super deep strategy of this girl bug game.
I looked it up for the catfighting stuff in Kiwami, excuse me, Zero, because that was like a friggin' nightmare and a half. But
I mean,
all right,
was there anything?
there was like so they recycled assets. So this person I just picked was like the best character to pick apparently, but it was still really random and bullshit. So you had no chance. But you know, or no chance of making it faster. Thank you, Silapenda.
Oh shit.
And now it's dead or alive.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming they don't kill each other. Let's see here.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. So she has less. Damselfly has less strength than me. I don't know. I'm going paper. Yay! I won. This is double drop apparently. So. Oh god, I have to do this. Oh wait, double drop. Good. Okay, so she's halfway done. So hopefully that means I'm halfway done with the sub story, which I am regretting.
I think in Japan they call this Ken porn.
Nice. I'll accept it. Oh dear. Let's see here. Big Battle 22 saying he always goes for rock. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Interesting.
I really wish there was one card that was just an actual insect.
Oh, and then... Well, you know what's kind of creepy, I noticed, is that, like... Well, I won't spoil it if anyone hasn't seen it, you know, but... The sub-story opponents are apparently very easy. Do I actually have to, like, do anything for a trophy here? I think... I didn't see anything for, like a Mizu King trophy or whatever. I haven't collect cards, so... I'm happy to hear.
Mr. Google again and Jack.
There we go. See, this is the part I like where then actual bugs are like cheering them on.
Oh, yeah, those.
It was pretty awesome.
Honestly, it kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I'm okay. Let's go ahead.
So do you think the bugs are giant or that these women are very tiny?
I'm thinking giant bugs.
This is like a spin-off of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Like the adult, like, really soft-core porn version.
What?
You know, at first I just thought this was sexy, but maybe this is like a coliseum that the bugs are forcing humans to do. This is a really, like, dark, grimdark battle.
Mm.
Yeah, and that makes it sexier, as you just explained.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got a card for winning that. So I see. And 2,000 experience
I'm
points.
hoping all the opponents are as predictable as that if they have such a basic pattern. I know one of the Paper Mario games had this rock, paper, scissors challenge where it started off like that, but then eventually the hardest opponents were just literally random. Because that's the only way to do rock, paper, scissors harder.
Right. Oh, here's the drunk guy. Another drink. Oh, I had a drink in my item box, but I don't have that. And then, is this another drunk guy? Yeah. Guy got me a drink. Use that thing. That's for that 10 yen.
So many drunk guys. It was tough times. Like, so many people were just like, man, it's gonna take forever for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out.
I feel kind of terrible in that way. Yeah.
Kamurocho is a very Kingdom Hearts-based economy.
Yeah, it used to be Dragon Quest, but then Square came out with a superior series.
Yeah. And it devalued the Dragon Quest currency.
Hmm.
Oh, we got another 2,000 yen bill. Great. And
The reason
then...
it took Kingdom Hearts 3 so long to come out was because the Yakuza was preventing it.
Oh, so they had like a monopoly on it.
Yep, they were trying
Gotcha.
to game the economy.
Wow. I'm not gonna sleep well with that knowledge.
I'm
But
learning so much about business in this stream, Slow Beef.
business? Well, that's, you know, you're talking to an MBA, so of course you are. This guy said he wanted Scotch whiskey, but I can at least give the sweet potato shochu to this guy here in Tenkaichi Alley. It looks like there's multiple stories. Oh, the match girl. She's depressed too. Oh my God. There's so many people to help here.
I hope you help all of them. Especially because right now I'm going to have to step out. So
Yep, of course.
maybe bring someone else in, and hopefully next time all of these people have been cheered up with adequate amounts of alcohol
Well, thank you very much, Edgy. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, everyone. I hope everyone can continue the education on Kingdom Hearts. You're all in charge of the lesson from now on.
I hope your sub-stories go well.
All right, good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, I swapped her out for Shadowhog.
Welcome in, Shadowhog.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Complete waste. Listen, the match lady is sad.
Oh.
That Papa Machida. He doesn't the phone calls. In the street, whoever did it, wait a minute. So it looks like we at least helped her business, even if not her love. Oops. Figure match selling.
Oh.
Oh, she's a matchmaker instead of the rom. That's cute. I like that.
That's kind of clever. I imagine that also works in Japanese, where they had some or something. I don't know.
All right, I love that she did like 3 puns in a row, and then that's pretty beautiful. If you see us, please buy us a few matches.
And that was the big payoff.
That
For the
was
sub-story.
honestly, that joke was kind of worth it. There's 10,000 experience points for that. This guy wants sake specifically, so I think I wasted my money on the shochu. This guy wanted Scotch whiskey specifically, and then
Look, just because he's homeless doesn't mean that he's going to settle.
That's fair. I guess I should advance the main story a little too. There's so much to fucking do.
Yeah, I thought you talked about that a little bit.
I know, but instead, Shadowhog, you're here, right?
He's been awfully quiet.
All right. Well, I was hoping to learn more, at least about. Well, I don't think there's anything else to be gleaned about Kingdom Hearts. But...
I mean, if you really want to, we can go into something called the wiki. No, I'm kidding. No.
Oh, that's what it was. I wasn't pushing the button.
Oh.
Hi.
Welcome. We're very glad you figured out push to talk.
Yeah, I forgot it was set to push to talk. Sorry.
Yay.
No worries.
You're fine. You're fine.
I was wondering why you were ignoring me. That explains a lot. You weren't ignoring me. I was being an idiot.
Well, in Kingdom Hearts lore, it states that unless you show your heart to the people you're talking to.
So, I don't think I can top Minnie Mouse eating Pete into space, but there are some interestingly stupid scenes I can think of, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the scene where Goofy dies that we were talking about last night?
I do.
Okay, well, Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, which is the updated version of Kingdom 2 for like PS3, PS4, also PS2, but Japan only there. They added some cutscenes during that whole big segment, including like a minute-long one where nothing is said, but a guy just kind of silently walks down some stairs.
Why?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Why would they do that?
Because it was big cinematic brilliance, obviously.
I mean, yeah.
How are you going to top a guy walking downstairs for a solid minute with nothing happening? Nothing being said.
I'm not.
Just stairs.
Yeah, I'm not topping that for goddamn sure. The Final Mix cutscenes. Final Mix?
Yeah, it's Final
Mix.
Okay, they released Kingdom Hearts 1, then they put out Kingdom Hearts 1 in North America, and they added some shit to it, because we were special, I guess. We got extra bosses. Then they touched it up a bit, added some new features, made all the enemies different colors for some reason, and released it in Japan as Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. And it was Japan only until, like, the PS3 remakes. They did the same for Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. And these Final Mix versions are basically the versions to play.
Wow.
Are you aware there's Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is a game?
Oh, I forgot about that. I did.
It's technically a compilation of Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which is the 3DS one, really introduced time travel, and that demo that got mentioned earlier on the stream that sort of is a prequel to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Hey.
Which actually, that thing is very, very important because basically the payoff of it is we learn why Mickey Mouse was shirtless at the end of Kingdom Hearts.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
That is like the big payoff.
Yeah.
There's a reason?
They decided there had to be a reason.
Wait, let me talk to this guy here.
Okay, sorry. Time for the story.
Yeah. So now we're gonna learn about. Oh no.
どきなさい。私はもう帰らないんだから。
お嬢。申し訳ありませんが。
Well, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to come in and beat the living shit out of all of you. I'm sorry.
Can I just say, she's wearing a powerful outfit. A jean dress.
私が一人でお金を持ち出したんだから。
Oh.
私は関係ない。
お嬢。違いやす。
Yeah, she's wearing a
お嬢は
shirt.
そう仕向けられたんですよ。
Yeah. I hate his outfit. Just like.
ずっと前に決めたんだ。
That
His
is a
camo
powerful
index
outfit.
is so low.
It's very true. That blue shirt's gonna fuck you up no matter what, though. Unless, like, it was a little waterfall. Oh, wait. In the middle of the jungle.
外野の出る幕じゃねえ。彦出ろ。そうはいかねえ。あんたらそのガキ殺しかねんからな。やかましい。
Never killed a man.
Nor did I allow one to be killed, unless you count, like, all those times in the 80s that exactly that happened.
No documented kills.
No
documented kills.
I mean, unless we count his boss.
I think it also, it's kind of like, you know, like in Disney World, where, like, if somebody goes into cardiac arrest or something, they'll keep trying to revive them until they're off the premises, you know?
Yeah.
So that they're technically not dead. I think that maybe is also part of what is going on.
Yeah, so when a giant rock falls in one of their people dressed as Goofy.
Exactly right. Oh, that guy got really mad.
It happens in Kingdom Hearts as well. What?
What, that somebody dies and then they get revived? Like, until they're off premises?
Apparently, according to my trusted source, Eva02 Soul.
Eva02 Soul is usually pretty good for a source kind of thing.
Oh, by a network of informants, Lodi.
By the way, you know, I'm going to tell you something semi-embarrassing that happened to me in real life.
Okay.
Because, you know...
Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. But, you know, I'm, like, 40. And even so, my mom doesn't, I think, know that I'm 40. I mean, she does, but she doesn't act like it. So she's like, what do you want for your birthday? And I guess the real answer is, I have a job, so I don't know. Just, you know, a card is fine. But she insisted on getting me a video game or clothes. Again, both of which I can buy. So anyway, I'm like, here's a video game you can buy me. So I'm getting Bloodstained for my birthday at some point, I guess.
Oh,
that's
nice.
a good game.
Yeah. It's a good choice.
So I've heard anyway. Doc played it and looked pretty fun anyway.
I've been watching people, and I backed the Kickstarter. I was about to say kicked the Backstarter. I got the $100 tier, and I'm expecting it any day now.
Hmm.
But if you like Metroidvanias, right, Slowbeef?
I do like Metroidvanias.
Yeah, then you'll absolutely love it. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I must have caught him on Kiwami without realizing it, because I did the Kiwami.
Yeah, but that was definitely a Kiwami move. I recognized it right off the bat.
He must have, like, just not yet shown the thing, you know, or I got it just in time by accident.
Yeah, just good, convenient timing.
I could platinum Bloodstained, sure.
What do you get for the $100? Let me check. I don't remember.
Wait, you are the $100? Sorry, I was kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I backed it for $100. I know.
Oh, you're right. It is actually a full dress. A dress.
It's a single piece of denim in the shape of a dress.
So you get physical copy of the game, You get backer exclusive content in a slipcase. You get a keychain, but not a key blade, unfortunately. A lapel pin, soundtrack CD, a retro strategy booklet, and your name in the credits.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you for the raid. Nice snark exchange.
And you also know that you changed the world. No.
俺確かに今は半端です。でも目いっぱい働きます。頑張って頑張って絶対に京香さんを幸せにしますから。
口先だけか。
証明します。
Oh no.
おお前は極道じゃねえんだ。さっき口にしたことをやりゃそれでいい。
Stop it. You're not Kuze.
親父からの伝言です。
Otherwise, I'd have to beat you up 5 times.
京香。私は生まれついての極道だ。
I just really try to visualize what I'm reading in this letter. Oh.
私は生まれついての極道だ。何十人の部下を連れながら。だが、たった一人の娘を幸せにしてやれない極道だ。汚れすぎた私の手にお前を抱きしめてやる資格はもうない。だから行け。京香をよろしくお願いします。
So, why were they trying to beat this guy up again?
花から組長の描いた絵図ってことか。もういいんですかい？
I guess to see if, I don't know.
死んじまって見れたもんじゃねえ。こいつはあんたヤクザ嫌いなんだってな。ええ、いいのか。あんたはせがれの選んだ女の親父。
Ah, I say.
俺にはそれだけです。
I like the florist's voice, I gotta say that.
Yeah, the florist is a chill dude.
Good thing you didn't do this on Father's Day. That's true. I guess I'll go cash in a favor from the florist.
Well.
Is that... I heard that... Oh! There's a manhole to check.
Oh boy.
Oh. Never mind.
Well, now you can...
Now Majima can never bother me here.
Now you can hurt yourself for no reason.
Oh, you know what I can... You know what I can do? I can drink more.
Or you start pocket circuit. It's like right there.
I could what?
Pocket. You don't have to.
I mean, I can.
There's.
No, like, it's not that I don't want to or anything. It's interrupting the plan that I had.
We have a schedule to stick to here.
Yeah, let's get
our
back to
Yakuza.
Yeah, because the problem is I have to keep drinking. You know.
Also in the game.
Right. Right.
And in the game.
And in the game. There we go. Oh yeah, and I gotta give that guy that $2 bill, or 2,000 yen bill while I'm thinking about it too. I think he needed 5 total, and I've gotten 3 now. The game was very nice and helpful.
Yeah, 3 or 4 by my count. I think 3 is probably more right.
Yes. Can I see that 2,000 yen bill? Yep, here it is. 3 of them down. Will you give it to me? Hand it over.
No, don't hand it over. Let's get his hopes up and then dash them immediately. I don't get why the series does that.
Does what? Oh, we give you the yes or no. Did you see what happens in, I think it's Dragon Quest 11 when you say no to things now?
I can't say.
No, because I haven't really paid too close attention to DQ11. It's something I might want to try when it comes out, if I have the money.
So, I haven't played any Dragon Quest really outside of, like, Dragon Warrior for the NES. But, there's, like, a thing on Twitter now. Like, you know the whole But Thou Must thing? So they do that, but they do funny things now. So, like, this one woman's like, oh, we should help them out, don't you think? And if you say no, she does this, like, high kick right by your face and goes like, oh, sorry, I just had to stretch my leg. Let me ask you that again now, you know?
Yeah,
that
that's pretty
happens
good.
in that happens in Super Paper Mario, where like one of the characters at the beginning asks Mario, you know, do you want to go on this quest? And you can refuse like 3 times, and then he's just like, well, I guess the world's doomed then, and the game just ends.
Yeah, I think Golden Sun does something like that too. You say no to the call at the beginning, it says, and well, then the heroes didn't save the world and everyone died. But yeah, I mean, I do have a few DQs. 1 for the NES, 7 for PS1, and 8 for PS2, but I haven't played any.
Abilities. I'm buying more stuff. I'm gonna boost my
course.
max health immensely.
You think Dragon is usable now? I mean, you just got the ability to use heat moves with it, which is, I'm surprised they didn't let you do that before, but now you can, so.
Well, I got 50 more people to beat up, you see, in Brawler mode.
Yeah, we probably should knock that out before we switch to Dragon almost exclusively.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, yes. I got 4
Before
more
it
things.
becomes a
drink.
Dragon Quest.
Oh.
We would be the true Dragon Warrior.
Alright, that's enough. Listen. It is 11:30. Oh, it's a beer. Maybe I can drink more? No, fuck. Okay. Wait, let's try this item. Abstim RX, right?
That just hurts you.
Oh, you're right, it does.
Like, I was not joking when I said you can hurt yourself for no reason. That is literally what that item does.
Oh.
I think the point of it is so you can eat them.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, but since we have bottomless stomach now, it's kind of a moot point.
Yeah. I need, like, iron kidneys or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I don't think there's an item that lowers your alcohol level like there was in Zero.
Uh-oh.
I tried looking up, so apparently there's an item you can get in Quest that makes you consume alcohol quicker, and I think you can get, like, coffee.
Alright, listen. I'm gonna give chat and/or the 3 of you a mission, okay?
Okay.
We should end this on some kind of raid or something like that, and totally hand over viewership or whatever. What am I doing? I don't need to.
Nobody I follow was live except you.
Well, I'm very important, so you know. Still. Yeah. If there is an item, because there was an item in Yakuza 0 which, you know, allowed you to, like, lower your alcohol level. It was like, there's like Hangover King or some crap like that, you know, but... Here we go. Oof. Wow! That was great. Oh, Kiryu-chan is the raid message. That's a good idea. I like that, Shrike. Let's do that. Dan the Enigma streaming now? Alright.
There might be an item at the drugstore that lowers your alcohol level, going by this forum post I'm reading, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I know, again, I know there was one in Zero.
Yeah, there was when you maxed out the, Naked Guy's friendship quest. Is that right? Mr. Levito, that was it.
Yeah. So apologies, Big Battle. I'm sorry. I know you wanted to get in, but I don't like you. So, no, I'm kidding. I think I gotta get going because I have work tomorrow and everything. And I only slept 3 hours last night. So I was stressed about Mahjong. But I'm joking, of course. Anyway, so I think that's a pretty good spot to end it. Do you all have things to plug or anything like that?
So just
Go ahead.
go on.
No, go ahead. I was gonna make a joke, so go ahead.
Okay, well, if that guy was about to stop, then I'll go ahead and say that despite talking shit about it a lot, I really do genuinely enjoy Kingdom Hearts. So, if you're interested, for like $20 or $30, you can get the first 6 games on PS4, 60 frames per second, 4K, right analog camera control. It's really good. And then when you're done with that, there's 2.8, which gives you the 3DS game and a demo for Kingdom Hearts 3 for only like probably like 20 or 30 now at this point, more. And of course, Cadence of Hyrule, because, friends.
Of course. All right. Anything else?
So I'm a big fan of classic FPS and classic style FPS. So I'll remind everybody that's into a medieval that its final episode will be coming out very soon.
I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow, in fact. So if you want to check out a classic FPS in the sort of medieval style of like Hexen or Heretic, a medieval is on Steam and it is out for, let's see, $20.
And if you like that, the same company also did Dusk, which is really, really good. Play Dusk, too.
I have a thing to plug also for unless anybody else.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
On Thursday, tomorrow night, I'm doing mystery tournament again. We're gonna try to knock out our two things, our two
Rivals.
games. Thank you. Yeah, so that'll be the end of Group C, and who knows what'll happen. But all right. Other than that, thanks for watching, everybody, and let's raid Dan. So I'll see you later on that front.
Later, guys.
Later.
See you.
Remember Kiryu-chan or whatever it is. Okay.
Kiryu-chan.